Well, hello everybody. So here we are for episode 5 of the Old Guy Farms Challenge. Let's go ahead and jump on in. I don't think I need to add any mods, but I'm just going to scroll this list real fast. Because I do have a plan of action for today, and it's basically going to be clearing out some stumps that we cut down, some trees that we cut down a couple days ago, and doing some forestry because we pretty much are just waiting on grass to grow, if you will, and we need to earn some money because we need to buy some grass equipment. So I guess while I'm talking about that, I guess I could look at a couple windrowers that I've got, just to see if they might be worth picking up. I'm looking also for the road train pack. That's probably further up the list. Because I thought I knew what trailer I wanted to use, but now I'm thinking a little bit twice about the bale trailer that I was going to use. So I'm just going to figure out where the where my road train pack is, and then we're going to jump on in. Where is it? Alright, well, I didn't see it. We're just going to go on in. Hey, William. I'll get it next time. Alright, so there is one thing that I do want to do before we start our getting rid of our stumps, and that is, I know that over at the cow area, that's great demand. I know over at the cow area that there is a grass meadow. And I think I remember, wait, are we out of liquid fertilizer? I don't remember using it at all, but maybe we're out of it. I don't see it. Alright. Well, I remember when Jerry was building this map, I watched him do a segment on building out the the cow area, and he put a grass meadow in for the cows, and I'm pretty sure he made it so that it could be fertilized. And if that's the fact, then that bit of grass we own, and we're going to drive over there and we're going to slap some fertilizer on it, so that we're going to get a bit better yield off of that when we finally get around to mowing it. So yes, we are live now, and hopefully, if all goes well, we're going to do two days tonight. So we're going to do 2 streams back to back tonight, if all goes well. need to turn around. I almost had my own oops moment there, Farmer. Oops. I forgot that I was looking backwards last time I was in this tractor and nearly drove into a sign. We got ourselves a nugget over there we'll need to remember about. Damien, we've already started, so you may want to refresh your browser if you're not seeing anything. Wait. I want to go this way, or I'm going to have to double back. So for those joining us, we're going to go over here and check out the cow area. I'm pretty sure there's a grass meadow over here that can be fertilized. Because the only thing we have to do at this point is wait for the grass to grow and earn some money so we can I'm pretty sure we can fertilize this. We'll check. If we can't fertilize it, then it's fine. We just wasted a trip, but we'll know that we can't fertilize it, but I'm pretty sure that we can fertilize this. Let's see. I don't see it doing anything. Nope. Doesn't look like we can fertilize that, but that is going to be a nice resource for bales. So we'll just drive on back. So the plan today is just to remove stumps from around the main farm where we have already cut logs, and also finish clearing the logs around the main farm, or the trees, to open up all that grass for mowing. And if we have time, we're going to go over to the field by the sheep area where we field 11, where we planted grass yesterday. And take out some trees there to open up that whole space to allow us to mow some more of that grass, and open up the area up by the old sheep pen, because that is all also grass, so that we can all take advantage of that. Hopefully we'll be making enough log money today and tomorrow, as far as game days go, to buy all the grass equipment we need. We need about $215,000 to buy our baler wrapper combo, our windrower, and our mower, and our bale trailer. So if push comes to shove, we can simply wait and not buy our bale trailer. Since they are silage bales, they can stay out. Now let's check our weather forecast. So we do have rain in the forecast for tomorrow and the first day of summer. Now that first day of summer really has me worried, because that's when I was planning on mowing the grass for the first time. At least the grass around the fields and around the main farm. We're not going to be able to mow our planted grass, I think, until another growth stage happens. It seems to be a growth stage behind the main map grass. I wish we could take out some of these bushes. We also need to put in, and we better go ahead and do that while we're thinking about it. What are you doing? I'm going to go ahead and put in a pressure washer while we are thinking about it here. There we go. All right. Let's get to clearing these stumps out of the way. That sounds exciting there, Damien. The only requirement, obviously beyond needing a PC, is that you, in order to be qualified for the contest, is to be able to stream. So to stream, you just need a YouTube account or a Twitch account and a decent internet connection. And you can use some free software called OBS, which is what I use. Unless you already set up the stream on like a PS4 or something. And then obviously you already have your account. We don't have time for stubborn trees, that's for sure. Alright, if we encounter a stubborn tree like that, we're just going to move on. And we'll come back to it later when it's less time critical. At some point over, probably after our last cutting of the season, we're probably going to plow up a fair bit of this this free grass area and plant our own grass so that we can get a better yield off of it in year 2. Come on. How often do you have to stream with respect to the contest? Basically, you have 72 game days, and you have until November 1st, 2017 to complete the challenge. So I think I counted it up the other day, and it was something like 105 days to do 72 streams. And the streams take about an hour and 15 minutes. So depending on how much time you have, you may be able to, you know, if you can stream 3 or 4 hours a day, then obviously you can get a lot more accomplished in a shorter time period. We are getting all kinds of great demands. I've had 3 just in the last 4 game hours. I don't know if any of you all are watching any of the other contestants in the contest. I've been watching my buddy GrizzlyBearSims do his videos. I wish him the best of luck. He's doing more contemporary farming. He's already got his sheep. I know that sheep are the most expensive this time of the game year. So if I do buy sheep, I'm going to try to find them when they're cheaper to buy, simply to save money. And I know sheep produce most of their wool in the spring season. So there's no real benefit to buy a bunch of sheep right now at the end of spring. So I think the best time to buy sheep is probably going to be late autumn and winter, simply because that lessens the amount of time that you have to feed them before you start getting their productivity back. .247 in Ireland. That's in the morning. When do you shear the wool off of the sheep that you have, or do you just have them to have? And if you do get the wool off of them, when do you normally pull that off, as far as time of year? Hey, there, we got rid of that stubborn one. Alright, let's see here. We got some stumps up here. There's one. I tend to remove stumps from kind of a top-down view. Allows me to see the stump a lot clearer. And I typically drive over the stump like this, which allows me to kind of get lined up better. I've seen many people have different techniques. This seems to work well for me. So in the game, I've been studying seasons a bit, and I know that in seasons, most of your sheep's wool production is in the spring, but there is a small amount of wool production that happens during the summer. And there's zero wool production out of the sheep in the fall or in the autumn and winter times. I think there's a stump here. And I think sheep only reproduce in the spring. Is that common in real life, or do sheep reproduce fairly prolifically throughout the year? Probably won't mow this area, but I'm just going to clear the stumps anyway. Alright, I think this will be the last stump we need to cut for the moment. Do I do multiplay series? I have done multiplay. I haven't done any multiplay in the last few days. I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, but on Monday we released a multiplay video, which was the 40th episode of my Serenity Valley play series, and we did a multiplayer with Rockhound, who is the map author of that map. So it was kind of a special occurrence where he got to play with he got to play on his map with me, and I got to play. Basically, we were both mutually excited about being able to play the map with each other. We've got over at PCSG, which is a web community that I'm a part of. They have a multiplayer or multiple multiplayer servers scheduled, or I guess time scheduled, that PCSG members can participate in. So there is an open, for example, there is an open multiplayer server at PCSG for, oh shoot, hit the wrong button. I just wasted that. So they have an open multiplayer server that any PCSG member can participate in. So I've done some streams of the open multiplayer server in the past. So we've done multiplayer on channel, some. For the most part, most of my videos have been single player, pre-recorded. So we're going to take out all these trees. Simply to have access to the grass, we're going to take out the trees back there. And then we're going to run over the sheep area, or the old sheep area, and take out those trees to open up all this grass. Something else that I learned today with respect to seasons is that the price for silage bales varies during the year. So at certain times of the year, silage bales will bring us less money than other times of the year. So in addition to needing to wait for silage bales to ferment, we actually have a variable market for silage bales, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna get in there. Well, don't stay up just for me. This will be on the channel as an archive. Now, yesterday's episode, I don't know what YouTube did, but yesterday's episode somehow is only... the first 5 minutes of the episode is only on YouTube. It's like they lost the rest of the episode. But you'll be able to rewatch this, you know, when the time's convenient. Morning, Goose. So, where are you that it's morning? Are you in Australia? Hold on a second. Need to slow our trains down. Once again, flying around the map at some ridiculous speed. Welcome back there, Damien. So I do encourage everybody that's watching the stream to also watch some of the other contestants or challengers or whatever we want to call them. They're both, right now I know that there's at least 3. I think there may be one over on Twitch that's also doing the challenge. I don't know his Twitch name. We're going to drop this tree on our building. Oh. But all 3 of us on YouTube that I know that are playing have totally different game styles at this point. We've got completely different strategies. So it'll be fun to see how these strategies play out over the next 3 game years. Oh, you're in the UK? So it's I guess morning from the standpoint of it's AM there. It's probably like 1 AM, 2 AM. I think Damien's in Ireland, so I think you all are about the same time zone. Is that correct? I know where I'll be at 3 AM. I'll be in sleep. I am in the US on the East Coast, and it is 10 PM for me. Alright, you know what we do when they don't want to cut? We cut them ourselves. I'd rather take a little bit more automated method to this, but we got to keep moving. I know my buddy GrizzlyBearSims, he's taking a much more relaxed approach to this whole thing. I tend to have, I think, a little faster gameplay. I gotta get careful that I don't get too wound up. Alright, we don't want to lose any. We don't want to lose our Ponzi here in the pond. I used to live in Maryland also. In fact, that's where I grew up. Come on, let's back up. Okay, so Damien says that he's got, I don't know if you've seen it, but the Yo had 2 lambs, both girls. If you have any suggestions for names, please let me know. I asked my dad, and he said, let the stream decide. It's up to, I guess it's up to us. So do we have any names for lambs? I don't know what a good name for a lamb would be. Let's see here. What would be 2 good girl names for lambs? Now, I've got a 13-year-old daughter, so I don't know if her name would be a viable candidate. Her name is Kaya, K-A-Y-A. Lamb chop, that's a bit demented there now. Unless you're talking about that cute little sock puppet. Oh, I thought there was a little sock puppet kids show thing that was called Lamb Chop. Yeah, Ed knows the show. Oh, well, it helped to be actually around the tree. Gooseling, okay. It's one down. Ed, do you remember the name of the show that had the lamb chop character in it? Oh, I remember the song that never ends. Oh, I forget. Can't use course play for the buffalo or the scorpion. Oh, don't look it up, Damien. You don't want the torture in your head. It's a song that never ends, and it's a song that never gets out of your head. Don't look it up. It'll be the best thing you never did. Crooked tree here. I didn't know we had crooked trees on Goldcrest. Come on. It's like if you've never watched The Purple Dinosaur, don't ever do it. It's an evil, cruel thing. All right. 10 hours of the song that never ends. That is evil. Alright, we're going to drive this over to the Field 11 area. I'm not sure if I think I should just keep concentrating on cutting down trees. And we'll deal with picking them up maybe next game day. Kind of why stop doing what we're already taking care of? do want to do one thing though. Oh, I can't jump. There we go. Might as well pick up that nugget that I know is there. This little toothpick isn't going to give us much, but we'll get it out of the way because I want to mow all of that grass, including this area. And like I said, come winter time or late autumn or whenever, we're going to plow that up and basically expand the field. I didn't do it now. Because I didn't want to lose the grass that's already growing there. Oh no. Oh, that worked out. So the other day, someone asked me for a link for this map, for this particular Goldcrest edit. You can find this map in the description. There's a link to a website, and the map can be downloaded from that website. Again, it's a PC-only map, since it's not in the mod hub. Because it's my understanding that the Giants does not permit edits of the Goldcrest or Solsnoska map to be uploaded to their mod hub. Let's go this side. So what's the weather like over in the over in your neck of the woods? It's mostly raining. Is that pretty standard for this time of year? Now I think seasons, the temperature is based on somewhere, I guess, in the general northern. I don't know where it is based on. Maybe it's based on some part in Germany. Maybe it's some part in the UK. I forget. But overall, the temperatures are way cooler than they should be based on where I'm from. We've got a hot day of 80 degrees for summer. Today it was probably in the mid-90s for us. For us, typical summer day is going to be upper 80s, low 90s. A really nice summer day is going to be low 80s, typically. The biggest problem we often have is really high humidity, which makes just about any temperature just feel yucky. Our nighttime temperatures, if we're lucky, get down in the low 60s at night in the summer. But on the super, super hot nights, it might not get below 73 or 74. And when you go outside after, let's say, 10, 11 o'clock at night and it still feels like it's 78 degrees out, you know it's been a hot one. And you know it's probably going to be a hot one tomorrow because it's not cooling off too much. Whoa! Good thing we can't rip a knuckle off or that thing would have gone flying. I also learned today in doing some seasons research that equipment has varying lifespans. So typically in the game, let's just jump into the store real quick. You'll see things that say, where is it? Typically, I guess it's stuff with motors. Let's look. Harvesters. No. Well, I'm not seeing it now. But typically things will say like 600 hours. Placeables will have something like 1,000 hours on them. And I was looking through some seasons information, and I saw different hours for different types of equipment. Like, for example, fertilized spreaders had 60 hours on them as something called SS lifetime or lifespan or something like that. So I asked the Seasons folks over in their Slack channel what that was, and basically they said that at some point in time, it's basically operating hours. So you would have to have, you would have to be using that spreader for 60 hours. And at that point in time, the daily maintenance on that particular item becomes ridiculously expensive. So at that point, it's more cost effective to replace than to keep. So I thought that was interesting. Did this not cut? There we go. I think harvesters had something like 200 hours on them. So I know it would take quite a while to work up 200 hours on a harvester in one game save. But I've heard of people that would have. I've heard people say that they've had upwards to 500 or 600 hours on a particular map. So if you've had that many hours on the map, I assume you could really have maybe up to 200 hours on a single harvester. So have you all played on Coldbrook Farms? Coldborough Farms? Coldborough Park, is that it? That's it. Have you all played version 3? Back up. Come on. I'm asking because I just realized that like when a new map version is released, your rating is reset, and you can go in and basically re-rate the mod or the map when a new version comes out. And I learned today that actually mod authors that post to the Giants Mod Hub actually get some amount of revenue paid from Giants based on the user rating of the mod and the number of downloads. So I would encourage anybody that's going to that's downloaded maps from the in-game mod hub, or I guess downloaded mods in general, if you like the mod, give it a good rating. If they come out with a new version, go ahead and re-rate it. It definitely helps incentivize the mod authors to keep up their great work. I haven't played version 3 yet, but I played a fair bit of version 2. That was the one where you had the hedges where the bales wouldn't roll out. Does anybody know if you actually get more money if you sell logs at the crane sell point? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't fall in the water. It's a pretty good way of making a bit of money if you don't have anything better to do. I think the other day when we did 3 loads of trucks, 3 truckloads down to the, or 3 trailer loads, we didn't have the truck at that point. When we took 3 trailer loads down to the sell point, we made $68,000 off of that work, so that wasn't too bad. Oh, you think the water drop-off pays more? Then, if that's the fact, then I might it might benefit me to back the trailer into the water, or to auto-load into the water versus at the log sell area. We'll do that when I sell these logs. I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep cutting. And then tomorrow, next game day tomorrow, which will be day 6 of spring, we'll spend day 6 selling logs and grinding stumps. And hope that we have $215,000 by the end of that day. Because the first day of summer, I want to be buying my baling equipment. Alright, good night, Damien. And you can watch the whatever's left of this tomorrow, and the next episode tomorrow in the archive. There's a nasty bump there. This whole area is fairly clear. Let's not lose our tree. We'll see. I'll have to get to know you a little better. Overall, we're the YouTube guys that I know. Overall, we're fairly picky as to moderation, and usually we just open it up to folks that we know. So hang out for a while, and we'll get to know you and see how it all happens. Water, the light reflecting off that water is really nice. Come on. Hey Mark, how you doing? We're back to cutting trees, waiting for the grass to grow, quite literally, and hoping to earn enough money in the next 2 days selling logs to buy our grass equipment. I don't know if you saw, but something odd happened to the stream from last night. YouTube only has 5 minutes of it. I do not have the sawdust mod in. I thought about it, but then I thought it would take too much time to go around picking it up. And at 15x speed, I didn't feel that the money I earned as a result of picking up the sawdust was worth it. So the strategy I'm taking is lots of the decisions I'm making based on the time versus return. For example, I know that this Ponzi costs an absolute fortune to own, but the amount of time that it would take me to cut these trees down by hand, measure them, and cut them to length and everything, versus this particular piece of equipment, I feel I can get far more trees done with this, and basically earn back what this thing is costing me in positive return as a result of just sheer volume. I know Jerry's running the sawdust mod. I've seen him going around picking it up, and I can't tell you, if I did do it, I would definitely get the Pottinger loader, and I would run around and I would pick it up with that, as opposed to a bucket. All we're doing today, all we've done this game day so far, Mark, is we ground stumps from the other day, and we cut the rest of the trees around the main farm that we wanted to cut, and then we moved over here and have been cutting the heck out of this area. We did take a little field trip to the cow area, because I thought the cow area had a grass meadow that could be fertilized, but that was a wasted trip because it doesn't. So the Pottinger autoloader can be found over at I think PCSG, but it can definitely be found over at LS Mod Company. And it will basically pick up anything, because I think it has a fill type of bulk, and shoot it like a forage wagon chute, forage harvester. But you do need to aim the it. So you can't just do a pipe out and then just go to town. You'll have to actually aim the pipe into whatever you're trying to shoot it into. I did find that force unload works. So I guess you could use it to force unload. This is a Goldcrest edit, as Mark pointed out. The sheep area, which should be back there, is not. It's been moved to the main farm. I think cows are in the same area, but the area's been massively reworked. The pig area is still in the same location, but it's been reworked, such that all of the animals now have their own individual farms, their own silos, their own farmhouses, supporting buildings. A lot of work has been done on the various sell points. Now in my gameplay, we're not going to see any sell points because we're basically just grass and logs. Like Gomez Ridge Acres, which in the original Goldcrest was just a building and a dump point. It's been totally reworked. So we're not going to go all the way through the night. I see it is coming up on 11 p.m. game time. I'm probably going to cut half dozen more trees and then we will drive this thing back. The next live stream will start immediately following this one. So there will be just a few minute delay as we make sure YouTube closes out the stream and everything. And then we'll get started on the next one. How long will you be streaming for on this stream? Maybe 10 more minutes. I think I'm going to cut down this tree here and maybe one more, and then drive this thing back to the farm. I'm going to take that big tree right there. Because it'll be 11:30 by the time I get that tree cut. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to drive this thing back to the farm. It won't take 30 game minutes, but it will take some amount of time. I do not do Snapchat or Instagram. That's overly social. I'm actually not a very social person. All right. Oh, 15 minutes. Are we going to be able to make it back? I don't think we will. I hope we don't have a train coming. Oh, we do. Alright, we're going to cross the road here, and then we're going to fast forward, and then we're going to end the stream, and then we'll be right back after a few minutes. Let's save. and Alt N. This is owned. Alright, so let's save. So as I said, we're going to quit back out, close out the stream, and give me a few minutes, and then we'll be right back.